It's already 3:10. Okay. So hello everyone, this is Simran and I'm a core member of GTSC AI KTC, and it's time now for the last but not the least part of our design to develop workshop, that is the development part. I hope you all have enjoyed these 2 days of UI UX designing with Tosif sir and Daniel sir. Okay. So if yes, you can type yes in the chat box as well. No restrictions. Okay. So and some of you have also designed very creative UI UX designing yesterday of a website. Okay, so that was really great. Now it's time for seeing the front end development part of a website by design. Okay, so what's the main agenda is going to of this session is, if you have a UI UX design of a website, so how you are going to approach that design, मीन्स आप कैसे उससे उसका फ्रंट एंड डेवलप करोगे, उसके लिए आपको डिज़ाइन को कैसे अप्रोच करना है. बिकॉज इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट इफ़ यू हैव ए डिज़ाइन एंड you will just start with the coding part of it. You will just create HTML and CSS file and you will just start coding it. So it's not like that. First you have to inspect the things properly. You have to inspect the design properly so that it makes your work easy to develop. Okay, so are you guys ready for that? Can we start? I can see the chat section, so you can type the messages there. And if any queries in between, so you can put your queries in the chat section as well, and even you can unmute yourself, no issue. So can we begin now with this session? Okay, thank you so much for your response. So the first thing we'll be seeing how you are going to approach the design. Okay, that's the really important thing, that how you do that. And if you have followed along yesterday's session, so most of you have observed as well that how you do that in Figma. Okay, so if not also, no issue, I'll show you that how you inspect things. First let me ask you, if you first let me share my screen. Okay, lots of talking. I'm sharing my screen now. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. So what we are going to do in this session is, you have created this landing page yesterday. You might have also created another landing page, so you can follow along with that as well. And if you want to do it afterwards session and now you are just understanding things, so it's totally up to you how you want to do that. So this is the landing page we will be developing now, which was taught by Tosif sir yesterday. Okay, so the first thing is, you might have observed that you can see, if you click here on this UI elements, on the right hand side in the inspect section, you can see the CSS part. Can you see that CSS part with height, left, top, font family and everything? मीन्स जो भी बेसिक CSS की ज़रूरत होती है, जो font style है, font family है, with height and padding and margin, so that's everything is already provided here. What you have to do is just control C and control V for that and nothing else. Okay, because these tools makes our work easy, right? अगर ऐसे प्रोवाइडेड नहीं होता तो व्हाट यू हैव डन, ये फॉन्ट फैमिली आपको कैसे पता चलती, मीन्स आप जाते गूगल फॉन्ट्स पे और मैच करने की कोशिश करते कि ये कौन सा फॉन्ट है. देन कलर के लिए कलर कोड्स को आप एक्सप्लोर करते कि कौन सा है. सो और उसमें मीन्स एरर के भी चांसेस है, परफेक्ट मिलना ना मिलना. So these things makes our work easy, and the important thing here is about margin and padding. So you need all those things while developing. Okay, so when you click on the UI elements, you are getting the basic CSS part of it, that what you have to give the width, height. So that's all thing we will be using to in our CSS. And now another thing is for knowing the margin also. If you click here and hover to the other UI element, so you get the margin according to that also. If I select this part, let me zoom out. Okay, if I'm selecting this frame, I'm selecting this, and I'm hovering to this heading, so I get the margin top, bottom, left, right. So I'm getting each and everything what I need to develop to start, to just start with my development part. So these things makes our work easy. And now if you say about photographs, you want these photographs to be used in your development part, so you can export that as well from Figma. What you have to do is just select that photograph, and after the inspect section there is an export option, so you can download that as well. And if you want each and every photographs in just a one zip file, you can get that as well. What you have to do is just select every photographs, press shift and select each and every photographs, each and every images, this, and down here. Now I have selected all the images, and here you will see that it's showing 14 selected. So there are 14 images which we have selected. Click the plus icon here and you can export these layers. Okay, and you can also select the format in which you want. PNG में चाहिए, JPG है, SVG, PDF. So let's go with PNG and export. When you click on export, you will here see it's getting downloaded in a zip file, and you will get all your images in that zip file, and it will be according to this width and height only. So that's amazing, right? You will get all the images, you get all the basic CSS needed, so you can start with your development now. You have, and let's inspect one thing more also, that what's the font family of this design page. Is it same or there's something different? So click on the font, the text present in this design, and here see, you can see the font used is IBM Plex Sans. That's the font used. And if I go to another text in this design, that's also IBM Plex Sans. I go to this one, it's also IBX Plex Sans, and here as well. So okay, here it's Roboto, and down it's IBM Plex Sense. So now you have known that IBM Plex Sense is the font used here. So what you can do is just go to Google Fonts. I'll show you here. Let's copy this IBM Plex Sense and go to this Google Fonts. Type in your browser Google Fonts if you don't know, and just type here. I copy new IBM Plex Sense. So you will get this font from here. And let's go with regular and select this style and copy this link from here, and then you can use that font by applying this font family IBM Plex Sense and sans serif. So you can use this font by using this Google Fonts. And so all the inspection part of this design is done. You can see, and in this blue box you can see the width, it's width into height, 280 into 230 px. 280 px into 230 px is the size of this image, and the size of this image is 1440 px into 570 px. Okay, so that's the width and height. So you have to keep all these things in mind before developing. You have to inspect the design properly. That's how you approach a design and then go for the development part. And Is anything remaining? Okay, so we'll be developing this landing page. After that, you can try out login and sign up page on your own. And we are not making a responsive page here. We are going to take into consideration this size, okay, and somewhat according to my laptop screen as well. You because we are not teaching a CSS, we are teaching you the approach needed for developing using this design, okay. So this part is done. If you have any queries, you can ask. If this much is understood, we can start with the development part. I'm here seeing the chat section, so you can type here yes if this much is understood to you. Okay, thank you. So let's proceed now. First, what you need to do is, if you say, if you see here, so you can say that this is your big problem. Suppose it's given by a UI, any of your client to you, that you have to develop a web page which should have this design, and look and feel should be similar, obviously. So you can say that this is your big problem, okay. You have to develop this total web page. So don't just directly go into it. Just divide your problem into sub problems, and then you can start. So at the end, your whole work will be done, and it's easy also. So that's how we do in HTML also. Now we create sections. I hope you are all are aware of HTML and CSS. That's what we are going to use, okay. So let's, okay, great. So what we'll be doing is, we'll first take the nav bar into consideration, then this top section, then this is our mid section. I'm just naming it according to me. Mid section, then it is one more div, and then we have another. So this style, you can also see that this style is remaining, repeating again and again. If you have given this style, you can use that for this as well. Just you can copy paste that. And then we have a footer. So we'll go one by one, okay. So for that, I'm using the VS Code IDE, okay. So I'll be using VS Code IDE. And for मतलब टाइम वेस्ट ना हो हमारा ज़्यादा, इसलिए पहले से मैंने टेम्पलेट ऐसे रख लिया है। उसके लिए भी आपको अगर फॉलो अलोंग करना ही है, तो एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क डाल के आपको HTML टेम्पलेट डायरेक्टली मिल जाता है VS कोड में। जस्ट टाइप एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क एंड क्लिक एंटर this emet abbreviation, you will get this HTML document, okay. After that, I have added a bootstrap CSS link as well. If we want, we'll use bootstrap in this web page also to make work easy. And if you don't know how to do that, just go on the browser in bootstrap.com and get started. In get started, you can download, you can just copy paste this starter template and write your HTML in that. Or we don't need much bootstrap, we are not going to use much bootstrap, we'll be using CSS. So if I'll be using some bootstrap just for buttons, so you can just copy the CSS link and add in your HTML document in the head section of your HTML part, like here I have did. Yes, this is the bootstrap link for the CSS. So that's you have to add, and this is the Google font link I have shown you. It's there in the chat section as well, fonts.google.com. Yeah, so go there and type this IBM Plex Sense and select the style, regular 400, select this style, copy the link, copy this link and add in your HTML head section. So you will be able to use this font. Okay, so these were the things. Now let's close these tabs. Okay. Next thing is, first what I did is I created a folder, day 3 develop. Okay, and in that I have created index.html file and style.css file. So we can work on it. And this is images folder. The same I have shown you in Figma how to export the images. I downloaded the zip file and extracted it, and uh, I have here in this, and I have just renamed the images as first, second, third, so that it's easy to name here. Okay, and in this let's see now the nav bar. Okay, so as I have already made the sections so that we don't run out of time. Okay, so what you have to do now, this head section is over. Okay, we have added the bootstrap link, we have added the Google font link so that we can use that IBM Plex Sense font, which we have to use in whole of our design. And then this link, for we are using this external CSS, so we have provided a link for that here, link rel style sheet, and I've given the reference to this style.css. And this is just a title, so let's give it develop. Okay, it's the develop part. Okay, now I have divided it into sections. So first we will be seeing is the nav bar. Okay, so what I have done is, you can see here we have a nav bar, nav section up, and in that we are having a logo. In between we have some links, home, articles, pricing and all. And at the राइट साइड, एकदम राइट साइड में दो बटन्स है, लॉग इन एंड स्टार्ट फ्री ट्रायल. So we want all this in one line. So you can have many approaches how to make this, but what I'll be doing is I'll create a one div for the nav section, because it's a good practice to divide your HTML whole document or your website into sections and then work on it. So you'll be able to do that properly. Okay, so पहले ये एक nav section div बना लेंगे. उसके अंदर एक div रहेगा जो कि इस लोगो के लिए रहेगा. उसके अंदर और मीन्स जो पूरा एक nav section है उसमें 3 divs बना लेंगे. एक div होगा लोगो के लिए, एक div होगा इस links के लिए, और एक div होगा इनटू ये दो buttons के लिए. एंड एक लाइन में लाने के लिए फिर हम CSS में डिस्प्ले फ्लेक्स कर देंगे, और उसका यूज़ करके जो है हम इसे प्रॉपरली अलाइन कर पाएंगे. सो दैट्स व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डू. First let's start. So I have created this nav section. This is going to the parent div. Okay, this is the outer div. Inside that we are having a div which is for the logo, and it's written logo there, right? So let's take a p tag and write logo. So there will be a logo, and after that this is the nav list, right? So let's take a unordered list to make that list, and inside that we are going to have our list. Okay, so they are all links. Basically they are links, home, about, to take you to another page. So let's take anchor tag for that, and we are not redirecting it to any page. And then, okay, nothing more, it's home first. And let's give class to this also so that we can style afterwards. Let's say list item. Okay, and now we need this more 5 times, I think. Okay, so let's just control C and control V for that. Home, pricing, articles, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so let's see there what are the things given. It's home, address, articles, pricing, about, and contact. Okay, so, and one more thing, if you want to add this text in your HTML while developing, so you don't need to type all this. Here you can see in the inspect part, in the content it's given already. You can just copy and paste that this text. We'll come to that. Let's first finish with the nav part. Okay, they are just small words we can type. Okay, home, and then it is pricing, then it was articles maybe, or home, pricing, articles, about and contact. Okay, great. About and contact. So we have created a nav list for that. And for these buttons, I've just directly taken the button from the bootstrap. Okay, I have to show you that. Okay, you have to go to bootstrap and get started, and whichever element you want, you can just type here button. I need button, so I'll type here button, and you can check the styles here, whichever you like. And I need these kinds of button at the right side, so I have just copied this and added in my HTML document. So if you are following along, you can also do that. Just copy this and paste it there. Okay, so these are the two buttons. And for checking our result, what I'm going to do is I'm using live server extension. If you don't know, it's here in the VS Code live server extension. This is the live server extension. You can install it so that you don't have to refresh again and again to if you made some changes in your code, so you don't need to refresh again and again. You will see here go live, and we can go live there, and you will see this logo, home, pricing, articles, about, contact. These are the two buttons. I've removed that blue color from that because we don't need that blue color, right? So I've already written here login, start free trial. So this is our okay, this is our nav section. So now we have to style it so that it looks similar to the one provided in the design. So what we'll be doing is, I've already just given here these values: margin 0, padding 0, box sizing, border box. Okay, and I've included this font family, IBM Plex Sans Serif, because throughout the design it's IBM Plex Sans. So I'll be using that throughout the design. Okay, now come to nav section. So the first thing we'll be doing is, let's check our design again. So here we have a logo, in center we are having some links, and then we have two buttons. Okay, checking the chat section as well here. Okay, so what we'll be doing is just using CSS. If you are getting any doubt here in CSS, you can ask. I'm assuming that you know all these things already. Display flex. So if you want to know about display flex, so if you have an outer div, and inside that div you are having another div, so the outer inside मीन्स अंदर के जो भी divs है आपके, वो एक लाइन में आ जाएंगे जब आप डिस्प्ले फ्लेक्स कर दोगे तो। ठीक है, क्योंकि फ्लेक्स डायरेक्शन जो प्रॉपर्टी होती है वो बाय डिफॉल्ट रो होती है, तो एक लाइन में आते हैं। अगर आप कॉलम वाइज चाहिए तो आप फ्लेक्स डायरेक्शन कॉलम कर सकते हो, तो वो कॉलम हो जाएगा। ठीक है, उसके बाद में डिस्प्ले फ्लेक्स कर देंगे, एंड लेट्स डू जस्टिफाई कंटेंट space between so that they get separated. And after that, what we want is, let's check the width and height. Width and height is important, right? So it's 1440 into 80. That's the width and height. Here you can see the width is 1440 px, and the height is 88 80px and the background color is white, so we can copy it from here. But my laptop screen size is width is more from that, so I'll give minimum width so that it occupies the whole. Let's control C that and control V. It's 100, right? Okay, it's 80. And let's copy this color also, background color. Control C and control V. And I'll keep this as minimum width so that it takes the whole of my laptop screen. And this is our nav section. Now what we want, let's check how it's looking now. Okay, so now you can see here's the logo, and in between I have this home pricing articles about contact, this my nav links, and here two buttons. They are one below each other, but I want it to be separated in one line. So what we can do is उसके भी जो outer है div या outer जो है उसको भी हम display flex कर देंगे तो वो एक line में आ जाएगा. So let's do that. बिकॉज ये जो हमारी लिस्ट है पूरी, ये किसके अंडर है, यूएल टैग के अंडर है. सो विल गिव दिस डॉट नेव लिस्ट यूएल फ्लैग्स सो दैट विल कम इन वन लाइन. सो लेट्स डू दैट एज वेल. डिस्प्ले फ्लैग्स. So we'll do display flex. For that, and now let's check. So now they are in one line, but they are just combined together. So we'll give that justify content and we'll add padding and margin so that they becomes similar to this Figma design. Okay. So हम अभी अभी तक इतना ही हुआ है nav part. I'll just show you first this much properly by coding, and rest we can just check afterwards at a fast pace. Okay. Now we'll do this so that you can understand properly, and if you are having queries you can ask. Okay. Now for logo, so first let's copy paste what we can get about it from here. Click on this element logo and go here, so you can see the styling, the width, height, font family, and this also you can just copy paste it. Font family we have already given, and font style is also normal, so let's just copy this font weight, font size, and everything. And we want color also, we'll copy that as well. So just copy paste this, and we'll copy this color as well. We can get color in whichever format we want, if in hex, if in RGB. So accordingly we can select. If we want in hex, so we can select this as well. Let's copy this color, control C, and let's paste it here, color for the logo. And now anything more. Okay, width and height, so let's copy that as well, width and height for the logo. Oh, again color. Sorry. Width and height, control C and control V. So we have got the width, height, and everything. So now let's check. So this logo, I have written small O there. We can convert that in uppercase by CSS also, but let's just make it from here. Logo. Okay. And now I think we are done with the logo. Okay, we have to give the, we have not given the margin now. So we'll give that also, so that it's just ticked at the leftmost side, because we have given margin 0 and padding 0 to the whole document, but we'll give now according to this, because we have to give the margin according to this design. So select this and you'll see here it's 41. It's different. So the logo margin top, from here it's 26 px, and from the left it's 41 px, and rest width and height of this next section we have already given, so it will auto adjust according to that. We'll just give this margin top and margin left. It's 26 px top and 41 from there. So margin top was याद नहीं रहता. Margin top is 26 px, and the left margin top is 26 px, and margin left, it was, do you remember? I think 41. Okay, 41. So let's give it 41 px. So now we are done with the styling of the logo. Now we'll go to this list item. We want this in center, and we want to add some color also. So first let's copy what's given from here only. uh, every link is having the same styling. Just click on one and go here in the inspect section. You can find this with height, font family, font style, font weight, and everything. So just let's just copy it from here and paste it here. And we want color also, so color भी जो है हम यहाँ से कॉपी कर लेंगे. हेक्स फॉर्मेट में दिया हुआ है कलर. लेट्स कॉपी दैट एंड पेस्ट इट हियर. ओके, लिस्ट आइटम में हमें डायरेक्टली इसे कलर नहीं कर पाएंगे. हम इसे ए टैग को पकड़ के हमें कलर करना होगा, ताकि वो कलर हो जाए. ओके, एंड वो जो स्टाइलिंग एंड ऑल आ रही है ए टैग की, उसे हम नन कर देते हैं. लिस्ट स्टाइल नन, एंड टेक्स्ट डेकोरेशन भी नन कर देते हैं. ओके, so up font weight, font size, and everything is done, and just we are remaining now with the margin. So these things we just get from Figma: the styling, line height, font size, font weight. Font weight should be in px. Okay, 500 px. And for the margin, let's see from here. It's just for home. We want to see for it. Okay, click here at home and then go to this. So you can see 45. It's 45. Yes. Now click here and go to this 45. So all are equally spaced. See, they are for the margin left is 45, and from top it's 28 and 26. Top 28 and bottom is 26. So we'll give that as well. Margin left is 45. So let's give that here. Margin left. So margin left was 45 px, right? So 45 px, and margin top I'm using just simple CSS, not complex, so that you understand. And here for this top was 28 px, so let's just give that, and we have set the width and height of the nav section, so no need to give each and every margin. Margin top will be this, what's it, 28. Okay, so margin top 28 px. Now let's check how it's looking. So it's here, these two buttons, we have to give color to them and style as well, and these things are in between, just these dots are coming. Okay, I have given list style none to the a tag. And okay, sorry, a tag, list style is property of list, not anchor tag. So we'll give list as list style none. So now you can see home, pricing, articles, about, and now we just need to give the css to these two buttons and our nav bar will be ready. Let's click on these two buttons. The first button, width and height and color, will get everything from here. With height, control C, the width and height of it, and I have here, you can see this is the code I have got from Bootstrap, and I have these two buttons. I've given ID to it. ID to the first button as BTN1 and to the second button as BTN2, so that I can style separately to them, because the first button is they both have some different width and height. So I have just given the ID to both of them. Now let's copy paste the width and height, and we have some background color to it as well, right? And border radius as well. So just copy that and paste here. So now I think we have given this styling to BTN1 with height and background radius from there, and color font size also will have to give. And now we have given the styling to this button. Now inside that we are also having some text, that is login. So click on that as well, and you will get this css styling for that as well here in the inspect section in Figma. Okay, so you can see it's here given font style, font weight. Okay, so let's copy this font weight, font size, line height, and color. Color is 14 to, it's given in hex format already. You have to just copy paste it here. Font size, line height, and let's copy the color as well. Control C, Control V. Okay, so we are done with button 1. Let's do the same for button 2 as well, and then at last we'll check our nav bar that it's proper or not. So select this button 2 as well and copy the width, height, everything from here. With height, just same as we did for button 1. With height and the background and the border radius we have here. So we'll copy that and we'll paste here, because these are all the basic css properties, and we'll have to take that from here only. And now, okay, this also start free trial, it's having a different color and font size and font as well, so we'll have to take that also in consideration. Okay, so let's copy that from here. Its font weight is 500 px and font size and this all, so let's copy that as well and we'll paste it here. And what we are left with is color. Okay, the color was different, right? It is this hashtag, this hex color format. Okay, so now I think we are done with uh, this nav bar. You can check here. Okay, so the only problem is from the right we should give some margin. So we'll check what's that and we'll add the margin. Okay, so what we can do here is we can directly give margin to this also. It's 18 px from right to this whole div, and for that, okay, okay, before that, these are the two buttons, and after clicking that we also want to redirect to the login page also, right? So what we can do for that is create form tag here. We can have a form tag so that we will be able to redirect it. Let's keep this under this form tag, and this type is submit, so we'll give the action form action. Well, I've already created a just a sample login page, so I'll give the action to that dot login uh, login.html. Okay, so now we have this div under this form tag. We can take this form tag and give styling according to that as well. So let's check the font margin right and margin top from there. So you can see the margin right is 18 px, and margin top here it's, we have to select the button, right? The margin top is 17. Margin top is 17, and from here we want it to be at 18 px, so we'll give that here. Okay, margin right, margin right was something I forgot. 18 and 17. Okay, okay, sorry. Margin right 18 px, and margin top, margin top was 17 px. Okay, so now we'll check. So now we are ready with the nav bar. It took so much time for just the nav bar. So now we are done with the nav bar. Now we'll move to the next section. And okay, first let me ask, are you with me or not? Are you understanding? Okay, thank you. So we have done with this nav bar. It was having a nav section. Inside this, we were having these divs, and with the help of Flex, we were able to make this kind of design. Now we have this section, and let's check the width. It's 1440 into 570, and image I have already downloaded, and I've shown you also how to download these images if you want to. And we have this text, so by Flex only we can also approach this design. See, all heading, subheading and button are below each other. They all are below each other. So what we can do is we'll create a div and we'll give background as this image, and in that div we'll be having three divs for this heading, this subheading and this button. And for the outer div, when we'll give flex and flex direction as column and align it at center, so they will come at the center. So we'll able to make this design. Okay, so let's start with that now. Okay, so save time, just I have created a section already. div, I've given the class as container fluid of Bootstrap and given the ID also. And now in this div tag, what we have, first we have a heading, right? It's the heading. So let's just take h2 tag for that, and let's give id as heading. And for the content we can just copy from there. Just click here, and in the content you can see the content over here. Just copy it from here, and you can now paste here. Control V. Okay. Now, okay. And after that we have a subheading as well. Let's take p tag and just copy this as well. This content. This is also just a dummy content. So let's just copy it from here and paste it here. After that we have a button. So let's just make a button as well using button tag. And after that the button is for start free trial. And let's give some class and id also, so we can give styling to it. The class, let's say btn, and id is equal to start. What should I do? Okay, id start to, let's give it start btn. It's a start button, so let's give it there. Now we can check, we have got this text over here. We have to just give the background, and we have to align it at the center. So we'll do that now. So for that, let's take this, and let's just first give width and height to this div, that is 1440 into 570. So we'll be giving the width and height to this. Okay, so I have selected here the id of the top section. Here I've given the id as the top section, so I'll be giving style to this. For that, let's take the width and height. It's 1440 into 570. Is according to the screen size of the device, it's given here 1440, but you can see it's taking the whole width. It's taking the whole width of the device, so we can give 100 view width also, so that it's take the whole, because my screen size is more than that, so it will not look good in this. And now we are not going for responsive, so just this, you can give as max width as 100 view width. And height we can set here, height is 570, right? So let's give that height as 570. Height is 570 px. So it means it should have this much height. Let's give it as mean height 570 px. And at background we want the image, right? So background url, and it's in the folder workshop imgs, and I've named it as bg1png. um, it should not get repeated again and again, so let's give it as no repeat. And background size, let's give cover so that it takes whole the width and height. And in height we have given the repeat size. And okay, so now first let's check how it's looking. So it's taking the size properly. Now we have to just align this content at the center, and we have to give styling according to the design to this text as well. The red basic style only, font size, font weight, and font family. Okay, so first let display flex to it. This is the top section, and inside that we are having the h2 tag and the p tag and the button tag. So we can give display flex to it, and let's give justify. Let's give the justify content as center because we want all at center. And after that, let's give the flex direction column because by default the flex direction is row, so we'll have to give it column so that it comes in a column. And it's a button also, so let's align item at center so that everything comes in center. Now let's check. So we have got everything at center. Now the main thing is it's in two line, it's also in two line. So when we will give the width and height according to the width and height given here, so it will come in two line automatically. Okay, there is no issue with that. So we have this. Now let's just style that. Okay, we have to style this button also. We have to give just the background color and the font size. So let's now target this, and let's check the width and height for that. So the width is 626 px and the height is width and height. So let's just copy it from here, and it's inside this container fluid h2 tag. So let's give that width and height to it. And now let's copy this font weight, font size, line height, text align center. We have already aligned it at center, so no need. We'll take font weight, font size, line height, and control C. Color also we have to give that. So let's just copy it, and we have given text align as center in our top section only, so no need for that, and everything is done. Tab. Now we can check here, it's in two line. Okay, it's not coming here. We have given width, height, line height according to this. 46 font size 65 px. Okay, margin with height 626 into 170. Font weight size. Okay, the that's the width according to that. So let's change. Let's keep it 650 only. Uh, I'm taking into consideration my laptop screen as well because it's according to so that it comes. 550 is the width px, 140 plus font weight bold text. Okay, sorry. Many text elements. I've removed that text align center from here. Okay. Let's give the width and height according to this only. It should work. Control C. Okay. Now it's fine. So it's not an issue. uh, we have to uh, text give text align center to this section as well, so that it comes in the center. And now we'll give styling to this and this, and we'll be done with this section. So let's do that. First select this, and let's select the width, height. It's in p tag. Okay, in this we have a p tag, and in that we are having this text. So we'll style it by taking its class into consideration, this width and height. And then we have a font weight, font size, line height, text align, and color. So we'll copy that and let's paste it here. Okay, so it's aligned now, and its font weight is 500 px. Now it will be proper. And now just quickly style this start button as well, and we'll be done with that now. Then, so for the button, this is the button, and we have to style this as well. So let's copy its width, height, and background radius and background color, so that we get it from here. Copy paste it here. And for the background and the border radius, control C, control V. Okay, and it's okay. Color to the text, we'll give the color also. uh, let's copy it from here only, this text. So the styling to this text are also given here: font style, font weight, font size, and the color is the same which we have used for the login button. So we'll use that. Font size, line height, and color. So color was something hashtag F. This one. So now let's check. Okay, so now we have this aligned at center, and styling is according to this only. If we have to give some, this button should little down, so let's just give this according to this. This button, let's check. Its margin top is 420 and margin bottom is 100, and by side it's in center, and we have given that center, so no issue with that. Let's give the margin bottom as 100. Let's give the margin bottom as 100 px. And now let's check. Okay, it's not okay. Screen size also matters here. So let's 420 px and 100 px. Margin top as 420 px. And now we will check also font size, font. Okay, बहुत नीचे चला गया. So it's because we are not making it responsive, and the size is also different. So let's just keep it in center. Looks good. If you will when you may develop, so you get design for the desktop and mobile as well. So for keeping that size in mind, you can develop. And even if you have not got it, so you can use media queries in your CSS so that it becomes responsive for each and every size. So that's not the thing here to worry. We can make this like so it's looking similar. The look and feel of this developed part is similar to this, right? Now for the next, let me first ask you, are you guys with me, or you want something to repeat so that I can repeat if you have a question? Okay, so now from for the bottom part, I think the time is 4:12 and we have to see the deployment part as well. So I have given you the basic approach that how you have to see the design and get the basic CSS and download these images. So for the rest part I have already developed, so I can just get the code from here and explain you so that we don't waste our time much over here in this. So now for the down part, it's this tagline. It's a text between two horizontal lines. So we have to make this. So for that, what we can do is we'll give a color to this and we'll set the width and height according to this, that is 247 into 5. The height is 5 px and the width is 247, and by using before and after we can give this lines, and in between we'll have this text. So we can do that by that. And let me just get the code from here so that we don't waste much time in typing the code. Okay, so this is the tagline, right? So let's just take this code from here, and in this, here we can add the tagline. Okay, let's change the, it's we share our, we'll get the content from here. It's, let's copy this content and we'll add here, control V. Okay, now we have to give styling to that tagline so that we get it. I've already selected all this so that we save some time. So we'll be using this before and after so that we can get those lines before and after the text, and we'll give width and height and color so that will appear similar to the design. So I'll show you the code here. We have a tagline, right? So for tagline, this code is from Figma only. Just we did earlier for the nav bar and the top section. So I've already developed, so I can get the code from there. Let's add this code here for the tagline, and for the p tag, that is the text in between. Let's check what we can do for that. For that we have kept this overflow hidden, and we have given the text align center because it's in center, and before and after we have added the background color which is given in Figma, and by we have given display in line block so that it comes in one line and according to the position relative and everything, and we have kept the margin according to given, and we have just set it by left and by right -50 so that it comes in between, and we'll get that design. So let's just copy this and paste there so that we'll save some time. Okay, so let's copy this and paste here. Now let's check how the tagline looks. We have not given the text over here. Dot tagline p. Dot tagline p after. Let me inspect this page. Okay, it's inside because the height is small. Let's check the height because the height is getting more than the top section. With the width is 247 into 5 and the width is 247 into 5 and this height. Okay, so we get some 247 x. Let's check the height for the top section. Let's make it as section is having a height of 570 px and max width of 100 will display flex direction column H2 and everything is right. And if kept contain in line, it should work. I don't know why it's not getting it here. Let's first comment this code. Have this text over here. Okay, it's getting there. Now we have this tagline. Mm, Okay, so I think that CSS was just down there and in between. I have just selected all this already, so it was not working. So that's what's the only problem. So now we have this tagline in between, and we have to add the these things. So I'll first just tell you the approach from here, and I'll show you that code directly. The problem was that only I have just selected this all and I have nothing here. The styling property is not given, and so and these things were down, so that was not working properly. Okay, So now for this, I would like to ask one of you that how you are going to make this section, this images section. What is going to be your approach? Now you know how you have styled this nav bar, this top section, and this tagline. So now, how you are going to get this section? Okay, make a row and column, making 4 columns, row and columns. Okay, so by row and columns, do you mean grid, using grid? Okay, so yeah, you can have you can make this by grid as well, and by using flex as well. Yes, and we can also use flex, right? We can have a div section according to this width and height, and after that we will having we can see here this is a image, and inside that we have a text, and below that also we have one text. So we can add all these things in a div, and for same for this we'll add all this in a div, we can add all this in another div, and all these things in another div, and there will be a parent div of all these divs, and we'll display it flex, and flex direction by default is column, so it will come in one line, and according to this width and margin given we will be able to do this. And you can see the styling for this second row is also same, and for this third row it's also same. So we can just copy paste it, and just the images are different and the content can be different. So we can just change the image, and we can just change the content, and rest styling will be same. You can see here, if you select this and hover to this UI element, you can see it's 69 px. The spacing between these two is 69 px. And if you go here, you can see, so here it's 77 px, here it's 77 px, and from here to here it's 77 px. So that's just same. So you have to just change the images and take a div. Inside that div, add one image tag in that, and after that have p tags for this content, and combine it in a one div, and do the same thing for this as well. And the outer div, display flex so that it will come in one line, and give the margin according to this, that 77 px and all. So you'll get this, and just copy paste the same for this as well, and for this line as well. And in between, keep one div for this, add a background image the same way we did for this one, right? You will export the image from your Figma, so you will get the image, and you will get the image in this size only, that is 1440 in 366. So if you are following this kind of screen size only, so it will not be necessary for you to give the width and height. But if not, so you can adjust it by giving the uh, width and height, so that it takes the width and height according to the screen size, so that it becomes responsive as well. If you give it in view width and view height, and the next thing will be placing the text over here, will be same as this we did for this section as well. So the same thing. And for the footer, you can use footer tag or just a div tag, and add this content, copy the content from here, and the styling is just provided here. You can see the width, height, font family is IBM Plex, since we have already included it in our CSS file, and the font size, line height, and font weight, and the color. So you just copy this and paste it over there. So you will be able to get this. You will get this styling for the footer, and you will be able to make this section as well. Also we can use by table tag. Yeah, you means you can have many approaches. It's according upon the developer how you develop, right? One another person can have another approach, and so the main agenda is how you are going to approach the design. Then developing part, it's upon to the developer that how you want to develop it. So you can have different approaches. I've just shown you the approach of flex, how you can do it by flex. You said by grid, so you can do that by also if you want to go by table text. So it's totally up to you how you make it look similar to this design. But just you have to keep in mind is the margin padding, font size and all, and you'll be able to create this design according to that. So let's just see one and go live on this. So you can see I've already developed it according to that design, and here you can see it's just the text I have not added. You can add that as well, the same way we have did over here. And this you can go by flags, grid, or whatever you feel comfortable with. I've added the dummy text, and I've just added the dates by using the pre-tag, so that it looks good, just likewise. So you have designed this in the previous section as well. So this is the website, and here it's the footer. And I've already just have a login page. So you can see here we have given the form action, right? Here it's the our button tag. Okay. Yeah. We have a login button, we have a start free trial button, and to this login button we have given the type submit, and we are redirecting it to the page login. In this I have a folder login, and in that I have login.html. So we can redirect it to login.html by clicking on login.html. So you can try this design on your own and log in and sign up page, or if you have made another design in the yesterday's session, so you can make that as well and you can share with us. Here you can see if I click on login, I get this login page. I've not added the images here. Okay, so this was the development part of this design, and you can, okay, let's discuss this login page. And this is the forget password page. So what you can do for this, do you have any queries in this design how to develop, or you are developing by your own design, or you are stuck in that at some point, so you can ask that as well. So this design is clear, right? We have made the nav section and this top section, and after that we have added the tagline, and we have discussed the approach how you can approach this kind of design if you have this. And we have to go for the deploying part as well. That's why I have just shown you the approach, and that was the main agenda. We were not here to teach HTML and CSS. I hope all of you have a good understanding of HTML and CSS. It was just the approach. So you get the content, font size, and all the basic CSS property. Whatever you need is just given here in the inspect section. The images can be exported by downloading it from here in the export section in whichever format you want. This text also you can copy from here, and all the basic css. You can just copy it and paste it and use your logic to make the look and feel similar to this web page. So now just let's discuss the this login page. So what do you think, how you will make this login page using HTML and CSS? We'll just discuss it in 5 minutes, then we'll see how to upload your code in GitHub, and by that deploying it, and after that, so that you can share with us your work also, what you have done. And at last, we are also having a okay. So our lead also want to have a talk with you all. So we are going to do that. So just stick with us now. Okay, do you have any approach? Can you tell me an approach how you are going to do this login page? So you can get this image in this size only by going into export, and you can click on this plus icon and download this image. You can divide your page according to the width and height. It's here. It's 515 to 1024, so you can divide your page according to that. This width is 890 px, so you'll divide your page into this and just use p tags for this. Have input tag for this input, have a button for this, and these two links which will take you to another page. So you will use anchor tag for that, right? And just give this styling from your inspect section, copy paste, and you can make this login page very easily, and this forgot page as well. So if you have now any queries, so you can ask, or then we'll proceed to the GitHub part to so that you can add your code there and deploy it on GitHub pages. You can ask your doubts, or if you want me to proceed with the GitHub part, so let me know in the chat section. Proceed. Okay. So I think you all are experts in HTML and CSS. You have no doubts. Great. And in designing as well, it was very well explained by Tosif sir and Daniel sir about UI UX designing. So you have created awesome designs yesterday, we have seen. So that's really great, awesome. Now let's move to the GitHub part. So for uploading your code to the GitHub, what you can do is just go to GitHub and log in with your ID, and you can create a new repository. Give a name to the repository. Let's give it design to develop. Okay, design to develop. I'm giving the repository name. If you keep it public, it will shown to all. If you keep it private, it will be not showing to all the people. And you can even add a readme file here, so that it gives a description to the viewer that what your code have. So you can give it or not, it's up to you. And you can even add other things and just give your repository name and create repository. You can push your code by using command line also, or you can just add your codes by drag and drop also. So I think for that it's necessary to add a readme file. So let's add design to develop. And okay, so it's necessary to add a readme file if you want to go by drag and drop add file, this kind of thing. If you go by command line, so it's not necessary to add a readme file. So I'll be showing you this how to drag and drop your code files here. So click on upload files, and then you can go to your file and drag and drop from there. Just go to your, I'll go here, it's this GDSC workshop. So I'll take this and I'll drop here. So all my files and the folders I have will get added to the GitHub. So after they are added, just commit the changes so that it gets reflected here on your GitHub. It's processing. Let's wait for some time. Okay. So the folder is added here, and the index.html file should be outside. So I have added the folder here, and for deploying it's necessary to have your index.html file and your .css file outside your folders, so that you can, then only you can do it by the GitHub pages or on Netlify as well. So you'll have to add that, and after that you can just go to settings, go on the GitHub pages, and select your branch and save. After that you will get a link, and your website will be deployed. So you have to add your code and deploy that, and that link you can share with anyone to show your website. So till here, if you have any queries, you can ask. If you have any queries till now, you can ask me about GitHub. Let me see the chat section here. Guys, ask. You can ask your doubt if you are getting any issue. Okay, I'm waiting. If you have doubts, you can ask. Okay, so I think you have no doubts here. So for the GitHub part, it was I have explained that you have to go there and upload your files, and you can deploy also there. So okay, the link is also provided in the chat box. You can check it out. You can get the code from there. If you want, you can check it out there. And I'm done with my part. If you have any queries, so you can ask, or we can proceed with the session. That's our lead, Khan Zakir Rahman, GDSC KTC lead, wants to have a talk with you and conclude this design to develop workshop. So over to you, Zaki.
Hi everyone. Yeah, so I think Simran did my intro well, but okay, so 1 second, let me do. So hello everyone. I'm Khan Zakiraman, the JDSC lead of AIKTC. So it was kind of a great session of 3 days. I know many people were asking us that why you are taking session for only 3 days. Understand we have our other tasks and other upcoming workshop. So we will be rolling out a form in our group. You will and over there you have to put your name and your email ID, so that name and email ID would be we will just put that name on your certificate. So that there's a certificate form, so we will be sending you two links. One would be the certificate form and the second one would be the RSVP link. So make sure you guys just fill up both the form. One would be a Google form, and second form, that is our RSVP form, would be the number form that you guys know. And the second announcement that I have to make is that our JDSC would be, will not conduct some sessions for a while, because our exam, UT and Vivas are coming. So yeah, I would like to thank Tausif, Simran, and Daniel for a wonderful session. And if you guys have any doubt, you can either text it on our group, on that our WhatsApp group, or join our Discord channel. You can get our link. Daniel, if you can send the Discord link over here so that our participant could join over there. So you can there is no over there. We have created a channel for UI UX. So if you have any doubt regarding UI UX, you guys can ask over there. Okay, so once again, I would like to thank you all, and just small reminder, two form would be roll out in group. Make sure to fill both the form. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it from our side. Yeah, thank you guys. Okay, and if you have any doubt about form, you can ask me now. Okay. And also one thing, if you guys want to, like in our 3 days of front-end web development workshop, how we feature some of the best work in our social media link. If you want to, feature your design or your work on our Instagram, you can just uh, send it to the group, so that we will sort out and we will select the top three or top five designs, and we will also feature that on our all social media accounts. Okay. So yeah, can you please send the Figma link? Yeah, the Figma link, all the links regarding the session would be shared by six, or like by 6 or 5. We will share all the links. So don't just worry about the link. We will share you the link. Okay. So if you have any other doubt, we are here. Or else let's conclude the session. Okay. Thank you.